What's up everyone, VIDE0BOX here with the Anaheim regional recap for September 8th, 2012. Now I realized in my past recap videos, I never actually gone over what topped at these regionals, and that's the whole point of a recap, so I apologize for that. So I'll just go ahead and start off with what actually topped or won. And the deck that got first place was Rescue Rabbit. I mean, even with Rabbit at 2, the deck still functions normally, the way it normally should. But Levier plays a key part in that deck now. Second place, Chaos Dragons. I mean, the Banlist did really mess with Dragons a lot. Red Eye's Darkness Metals at 1, but at the same time, they're still a pretty destructive deck. And they're still, a force to be reckoned with, but I didn't actually expect that to rank as high as it did. Third place was a wind-up deck. Not surprised there. I mean, it won YCS Toronto. So yeah, there's that. Fourth place was a Hero Chaos build. I mean, not surprising either. Heroes had a good showing at the regional today. And basically just threw in some Dark Monsters and Chaos Sorcerer, Blackluster Soldier. I mean, the works. Fifth place was an Agent deck. I mean, with Earth back at 2, I'm not surprised that it happened, but there weren't that many Agent players out there today from what I saw, but one managed to get into the top 8 at 5th. Sixth place, another wind-up deck. There were a ton of wind-up decks there today, so I'm not surprised that there were a few of them in here. Seventh place was Heroes, a standard build basically. And 8th place was another wind-up deck. So there you have it. 3 wind-ups in the top 8. Not surprising. I mean, people ran it in YCS Toronto. It won. Something that surprised me most was Geargias. There were a lot of machine decks there, but none of them actually cracked the top 8. There were a lot of them topping, but they weren't ranking at that high. And another one was Psychics, like with Grand Soil and all that fun stuff. It got second place at Toronto, but I did not see many of them at the top tables after a certain point. So I guess maybe that deck was kind of a fluke, possibly, but again, it's too early to tell. But anyways, what I'll do now is go over the regional a little bit as I open these packs. They gave 30. As opposed to the 24 they normally give, but that's only because we had a really long, tiring day. But yeah, I'll go into that as I open these. So I actually already opened one of these packs as when I was there, so I'll show what I got in this one last. It was actually a really good pull. But anyways, we anticipated 600 people at the regional, but the amount of people that actually showed up was way more than that. It was at least almost double what we anticipated. And let's see, we met capacity and then some. Honestly, it was very tiring. It was, I think, my 5th regional that I've judged overall, but I've never been more tired or more pissed off at a regional in my life. I mean, the final tally was 602 registered users, or registered people, but we couldn't accommodate everybody, only because 600 was expected, but there was like 1,000 people and plus that showed up. And honestly, we had a bigger turnout than YCS Toronto itself. So there was a lot of people, a lot of people were denied registration only because we couldn't get another room. I mean, it sucks for the people that didn't get to play. I mean, I know some of you might be watching. We apologize for that, but, I mean, shit happens. You can't do too much about that. And registration took really long because we weren't sure if people were going to even play or not. I mean, and that ended up happening anyway. And we had to hire extra security just to break the bad news to the players so they wouldn't, rage out on the judges. Because I did not want to be the bearer of bad news when that happened. So that was that. I mean, a lot of people left angry. I don't blame you. I would be angry too. But what made it worse was it was 10 rounds. Very tiring. We started late because of the mix-up and the amount of people that showed up. So that was pretty bad. Okay, anyways. One of the questions that I got asked a lot was, let's say multiple monsters that have, like, when something is sent to the graveyard, you can blah blah blah. Like, for example, let's say like 2 light pulsar dragons were on the field at the same time, and that guy with those 2 pulsar dragons summoned a monster and he put in Tyrannos. 3 times I was asked, do one of the pulsars miss timing? Answer is, it does not miss timing, because the last thing that happened was those 2 dragons hitting the graveyard, and their effects stack upon each other. Nothing interfered with the chain at all. I mean, so many people, or at least enough people ask me where it's like, I mean, you use common sense. You can't miss timing with that. It's not supposed to miss timing, unless something else interferes in the middle of the chain. I mean, it's kind of late, I can't think of an example, but I mean, in the case of a Tyranno like that, it won't miss timing. And let's see, I was appealed, but it was technically not an appeal. It was just kind of like a curiosity thing. One of the questions I was presented with was, if you summon a Malefic Stardust Dragon just for the hell of it, could you Tyranno on its summon? Basically, he tried to summon a Malefic Stardust Dragon without a field spell, just so that he can Torrential the field. Now, it was ruled that as soon as you drop a Malefic Stardust Dragon, it checks the field to see if there's a field spell, and because one wasn't there, it destroys itself. So basically it takes away the chance for you to respond to a summon. So that's how it was ruled. I'm not sure if that's the official ruling, but that was one of the most interesting questions that I was asked today, or in general. Because it's something that, you know, it can happen, but no one ever really thinks that, you know, no one ever thinks about it. So there was that. And, let's see, what else to talk about? Yeah, crowd control was pretty bad. I mean, there's one thing I don't get about these regionals where people always have a need to kind of spectate on the aisles. I mean, I don't really understand that. I mean, if you're looking for your friend, that's, like, one thing. I mean, if you're going to look for your friend, if anything, they'll find you at the end of the match. You know, you don't really have to know how they're doing, and they'll tell you how you're doing. And, I mean, a lot of people just don't get that. And it pissed me off because people were being really stubborn. It's like, you know, you're tired, I'm tired. Let's not make anything more out of it. But at the same time, I don't understand why people need to just be in the, like, convention room after your duel is done. I mean, yeah, you want to see how your friend does, but at the same time, it's kind of an impediment, and you're slowing down the actual tournament itself. So that's why we have to kick people out when they're not dueling. I'm not trying to be a jerk. It just comes off that way. Nice. I'm sorry, like, I'm noticing I'm pulling some pretty decent cards. I'm just kind of rambling on with my regional talk. And honestly, I'm pulling a pretty good ratio of holos. I'm actually quite surprised. And the reason we got 30 packs was because we were there for a really long time. I mean, we ended up starting the tournament at, like, at least 10, like, beyond 10. I think it was, like, almost noon when we started. So that was pretty bad. So yeah, I'm assuming the tournament organizer gave us 30 packs to kind of compensate for that. And right now, based on what I'm pulling, I'm actually glad that they gave us 30 packs. Because with the amount of holos I'm pulling, I think that's pretty good. Let's see, because I pulled 2 Silver Sentinels, both rarities. Maldoche T-Break. Yeah, so for anyone wondering, the next regional will be held in LA on October 27th. Chances are I will be judging that one as well, but I'll have to see. I mean, I'm tempted to play at that one too. I'm actually glad I didn't play at today's regional because, yeah, I probably would have been turned away because at least 400, 500 people were turned away. I mean, it sucks. You know, again, I apologize for any of you watching this video. It's like you wasted a trip, basically. You know, it doesn't matter where you're from. But, I mean, shit happens, honestly. Another sword breaker, that's funny. Yeah, that thing. Oh yeah, so basically, I'm only doing this video because I didn't do a box opening of this set. Only because I didn't really have a need to buy a box of this set. It's not that I think it's bad, it's just there's nothing in this set that I needed, and none of the archetypes in this set really interested me enough for me to actually, like, buy the box. So yeah. So I figured I owe you guys a box opening, so that's what I'm doing now. Let's see what I get in this one. Amaruka. It's a funny picture. It looks like a really derpy dolphin. I like it too because it's a Deep Sea Diva target, and I think they basically made that as a TCG exclusive for the water structure deck that's coming out. So I think that's why they did it. Dust Knight. I really wish the Dust Knight was exactly the same as Armageddon, you know, except for the attribute, but they just had to make it a flip effect to kind of balance it out, I guess. But yeah, let's see a weapon. So yeah, the glare is too much, I apologize, but I guess you can see the holo that I have here. And I think I have 3 packs left, including the one that I opened right here. So what I get in this one, I got Chevalier and Maldoce Magellan. Cool. So more than likely, the cards I pull here will be for trade or sale. So yeah, let's see. Hunger. Alright, let's get these last few open. Giugiano MK2. Alright, and pretty much the last pack, the 29th pack. Chronomaly Colossal Head. Okay, so those are all for all the packs that I have not opened. And for the pack that I did open, I mean, it was pretty ridiculous because I just opened one for the heck of it, and yeah, I pulled the High Priestess of Prophecy. I thought when I pulled number 6, I was kind of surprised that I got a second secret. So yeah, I'll do a small recap of what I got. I got High Priestess, number 6, an Ultimate Silver Sentinel and an Ultra Silver Sentinel, Void Trap Hole, and Gaga Revenge, Super whatever thing, the name's kind of too long, I can't read it in the glare, Hierophant of Prophecy, 2 Sword Breakers, and Maldoce and Magellan. The only card that I do want from this set that I did not pull here is the Ghost Rare. So if any of you have those, if any of you have a copy for trade or sale, you know, I definitely would be interested in that card. So yeah, this is Video Box with my Anaheim recap. Hopefully I did a better job this time. And yeah, this is my 30 pack opening, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.